and welcome to another free.volous episode. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not posting a video last week, but I only have one day off, which is Saturday, and that's when I can rest and do my videos, and I couldn't even rest last week, so that's that. Today I thought I'd talk to you about cushion foundations. They have been a staple in the Asian makeup routines for years and years and years in South Korea and Japan and whatnot, and they finally are making their way through to Europe and the United States, to the western area of the globe, if you'd like. And what are they? They are basically a little compact like this that you open up. Inside you have a mirror, an application sponge, and a little compartment here which is sealed with a cushion saturated with kind of a fluid foundation. You should know that these foundations usually have kind of light coverage. They won't cover everything out. Their objective is more to create a very even skin-like finish on your skin, and then you go over your blemishes, areas of concern, with some concealer. So keep that in mind. Most of the cushion foundations, as far as I know, even the Asian ones, don't have a lot of coverage. So if that is one concern for you, maybe this is not the product. For those of you who really like a fuss-free foundation that is very easy to apply and that creates a beautiful soft finish that does not look like makeup on your skin, this is kind of your thing. And is especially good for people who are new at makeup, who don't wear makeup every day, for instance, and that want something that is really simple to use. How to apply the foundation? These ones are really easy. You just have, you take the sponge, you press the sponge onto the cushion until it has product in it, and then you can either pat it on your skin to have a little bit more coverage or swipe it around to create more of a even sheerer coverage. You can always use a brush if you'd prefer and stipple it onto the product and then blend it onto your skin. But honestly, I think these sponges do a great job, and they're great to top up on the go. You can also build them up, which is good up to a certain extent. They don't build up too much, but they never seem to get that cakey feeling, which is really good. So you can always top it up throughout the day. If they have SPF, you can top up your SPF throughout the day and your foundation. I speak for myself. My foundations never last the whole day on me. So this is a great thing because I can carry it around. I have SPF and foundation in one, and I keep using these out and about all the time. I'm going to talk about only foundations or cushion foundations that you can get in store here in Portugal. So we don't have many. We have 3, yay, as far as I know. There's the Kiko CC Cream Cushion System, which is the cheapest of them all. Is about 15 euros, I think. I bought mine on sale, so I bought it for 7.50 euros, which was a bargain. And then you have the Sephora Wonderful Cushion Foundation, which is available, of course, at Sephora. This is their own brand, and it's about 20 euros, 20 something. And then, of course, there's the Lancome one, which was the one that started this trend in the western area of the globe, which is around 40 euros. But this one has refills that are sold for a little bit under 30 euros, I think, or around the 30 euro mark. You may be wondering, what about the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion, or whatever it's called? Well, you know the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation by L'Oreal? It has arrived now in Portugal, and it has been out for over a year everywhere else. So L'Oreal has not much of a consideration for the Portuguese market, and I don't know if we will see it soon, if we'll see it next year, I don't know. I'm going to talk about the 3 ones I'm sure you can get hold of right now. I'm going to start with the Kiko, which is the cheapest one. And I will insert a video in which I've applied Kiko foundation to one side of my face and the Lancome foundation to the other side of my face. And right now I'm wearing the Sephora one, so that you know. The Kiko one, I think, is the most dedicated for those of you who have oilier skin types, because it has kind of a drier finish. It's still very fluid to apply onto your skin. It gives kind of very okay coverage in terms of light, okay coverage, but it's quite sheer and it sets. And when it sets, it kind of, sometimes it may look a little bit more matte than other ones. And most of all, after a few hours, you will see it clinging on to dry patches. So if you have oily skin, this would be, I think, the best one for you. If you have drier skin, you really have to exfoliate and moisturize your skin just to make sure that it doesn't sit weird on any dry patches. Other than that, the finish of it is really beautiful, really even. What I would say is that the sponge in the Kiko one is a little bit less saturated than the other ones. I don't know if this is because of this one I've bought, which was on sale, or if it is something that is recurrent with the Kiko foundations. The other thing I would say is that this one does not have refills. It doesn't even pop up in any way from the compact, so you will always have to keep on buying a new compact every time you finish this foundation. Other thing to patch it up, this has an SPF of 25. So keep that in mind. Really like this foundation. Next is the Sephora Wonderful Cushion Foundation, around the €20 mark. Comes in a, I like the packaging because it's black, so it doesn't get all fingerprinty as easily. Has the same structure as the other ones, the mirror, the applicator. This one also has a very dense cushion inside, but it is very saturated with product. So be aware that it will probably put too much product onto your sponge, and make sure that you don't have too much. The thing I would say about the Sephora packaging is that it's the flimsier of them all when it comes to protecting and sealing the cushion, because this lid, I don't know if you can see, but this doesn't seal very well. Even if you push it, you feel that it's not clicked, you know? So keep that in mind. I've applied it onto my face. I have no blusher, no contour, anything. I only have a little bit of powder here and a little bit of concealer on my problem areas, because you have to go over with concealer with these foundations, and it's okay for me. What I have noticed with this one that I haven't noticed with the other ones is that, first of all, it stinks of alcohol. If you're allergic to or have any reactions to alcohol, if you have very sensitive skin, maybe blemishes that are not totally healed yet, this is not something to apply onto your face. And I've noticed that it looks dewy once you apply it, but then it kind of sets. I haven't applied anything other than the foundation onto my forehead, and it really settled onto my forehead lines. I wouldn't say fine lines because they're not fine at this point. And this is the one that and even here on my laugh lines, you can see a little bit of enhancing. It hasn't enhanced my pores though, which is really good. But when it comes to expression lines, this one is the one that really enhances them. The finish, they say it's kind of glowy. I wouldn't say it's glowy, because once it sets, again, it becomes a little bit more matte. It doesn't become that matte that you really notice that it doesn't look like skin, but it becomes more matte. I wouldn't say it is glowy. Again, like all the others, you can set it with a powder if you feel it's too shiny on you. But I have combination skin, and other than this area here, I didn't feel the need to apply powder. This one though has no SPF, and although it comes in a packaging that supposedly is refillable, I haven't seen refills on sale at Sephora. So I don't know if they're bringing them out, if they have them but they don't have them on display. I don't know. Last but not least is the Lancome one, which is the classic one. Every single thing is very similar. The cushion is a little bit more open. It has a lot more air in it. It is very saturated with product. The finish on this one is the dewiest one of the three, but it doesn't look oily. I have combination skin. I have issues with looking oily. And this just looks like your skin is glowing in a natural way, in which you haven't applied makeup on. I think is the one that has better coverage because you can really build it up more than the other two, although it doesn't have a full coverage or anything like that. It looks really beautiful on the skin. It makes your skin look really dewy and healthy, I would say. This one doesn't cling on to dry patches and it's my favorite one to top up because it never cakes up. It's really strange, but it doesn't cake up. You can buy refills for about, I think, under 30 euros. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. It has an SPF of, it has a strange number. Yes, 23. I'm not going to say which one I prefer, or because it depends on what you're looking for in a foundation, the kind of finish you're looking for in a foundation, the kind of concerns you have. So I'm not going to say buy this one instead of that one. I can say that Lancome is my favorite one because of the finish it gives to your skin, but you may not like the dewy finish, so it may not suit you. I will just say that all of these foundations have around 15 milliliters of product, or 10 grams of product, more or less around that, depending on how they weigh their foundations. And this is half of what you get in a normal foundation bottle. So you will have to keep on repurchasing this more frequently. It has a good thing, which is it will never go bad because you finish it up before it goes bad. Honestly, I've reached the end of my Lancome one in about, I would say, 3 months. So these are not the most, because you have to reapply them throughout the day, these are not the ones that will be more cost effective when it comes to having a foundation that will last you a whole year. That won't happen with these ones. I really like this kind of foundation, this system. I'm eager to try an actual Korean cushion foundation. I've ordered one online, wish me luck with the customs, and I'll give you some news on that also. But I really think this is something for you to look into, especially right now. We're coming into a warmer weather. You want something that is lighter, that is sheerer, that has good SPF, that you can reapply throughout the day without looking cakey and greasy. And this is a great option, except for the Sephora one, which does not have SPF. So that's it. Thank you for your time. Subscribe, please, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!